What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quarter. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful weekend. It's in the 50s in Wisconsin, so I went out early, went shed hunting with Huck. He found a nice 10-pointer the other day, but we struck out today. But quick reminder, it is tick season, and I found a couple of really little guys on him, even though he's on the treatment, and I also had a few on myself. So be careful out there, especially if you have long-haired dogs. These little guys can be kind of hard to find. But the Anheuser-Busch Bud Light debacle isn't going away. In fact, it's actually trickling down to Main Street as many suppliers and local stores are now speaking out, saying that it's completely killed their sales, that nobody's buying Bud Light and it's sitting on the shelves. And well, good. This is what has to happen. It has to happen for weeks and months, okay, for really to have any effect. We saw Friday, really the first real day where the stock was actually negatively affected, and it could be unrelated. You're not going to make a huge impact just yet. People need to make the change and realize that, well, they can find something else out. They can pick a different product for a while, and they can inflict pain, and then, and only then, will they change things. All this woke nonsense is literally why I started. You all know, you watch my channel. This is why I started Coffee Brand Coffee. It's completely apolitical. All we tweet about is coffee. All we talk about is coffee. And that's why we're close to 50,000 customers now. I would absolutely love it if today on the Saturday, you may not be a coffee person, but we've got 15 different organic teas. We've got everything from light to dark roast, obviously. We've got blueberry cobbler, hazelnut churro. We've got decaf. We've got K-Cups. We've got 3 different cold brews. We've got double calf. Everything's available in whole bean or ground, and it's roasted fresh on demand. If you like to support business that loves their customers and you enjoy the work I do, please head on over to Coffee Brand Coffee today and make it the day you give us a try. We have 4,000 plus reviews, with a nearly perfect 5.0 out of 5.0. We have 4.8 out of 5 or whatever reviews. One person left us a negative review just to say it was really good. So they tricked people into looking at it. But anyway, I would love for you to give us a try this weekend. Anheuser-Busch, this Bud's not for you. Anheuser-Busch does the unthinkable, gets hammered. Budweiser is now the beer for the mentally impaired. Your thoughts? This article, this Bud's not for you. With the conservative popular slogan of the moment, go woke, go broke, apply one of America's most venerable companies, Anheuser-Busch, of Clydesdale fame, the maker of Budweiser, Bud Light beers, and dozens of other brands. St. Louis-based Anheuser-Busch has entered into a promotional partnership with, of course, everyone knows, Dylan Mulvaney, a biological man who wears woman face. Mulvaney specializes in putting out short videos mimicking exaggerated feminine and even girlish characteristics, including a March 18th video of him dressed as a 6-year-old living in the Plaza Hotel in New York City, a bizarre recreation of the girl Eloise from the 2003 family film Eloise at the Plaza. I don't know if that's how I pronounce it. I've never heard of that movie. The Plaza is one of the Plaza Hotel is, of course, one of Mulvaney's corporate sponsors. Of course, you have this, life comes at you fast. You have Budweiser, king of beers, and then the Dylan Mulvaney can. So we all know kind of how we got there. I shared that anecdote, obviously, on Friday about, having people in my local pub like roasting each other if they were drinking Bud Light and literally changing in real time, drinking something else. Listen to this video, which has gone viral from somebody who stocks shelves who actually works for Bud Light.
I work for an affiliate company. I am a merchandiser.
Merchandisers are the people that fill the shelves in grocery stores. A lot of products in grocery stores are not actually stocked by grocery store employees. They're managed by third-party companies or sometimes the actual company themselves. Just fun fact.
And the sole product of the company I work for is Anheuser-Busch products. So with all this canceling going on,
look at that. The shelves are completely stocked. Now, to be fair, there's plenty of other things, and maybe he had just stocked it. You know, you always got to put a little bit of a, kernel of doubt. But if we're taking him at his word, there's a lot of Bud Light on the shelf.
I've never seen such little sales in this past few days on these products. And it's sad because when people don't buy this beer, I don't make money and I can't feed my family. So it's kind of heartbreaking, I guess, that Anheuser-Busch did what they did. They don't know their clientele. So it's kind of heartbreaking. Thanks, Anheuser-Busch. I may not be able to feed my family coming up here soon.
I mean, and that's a reality. Now, certainly, I hope that this individual's employer finds another product to stock, but that's a very real reality of this now. It's like there are a lot of people downstream that are going to be hurt by this that had absolutely nothing to do with their decision. There's been all sorts of rumors, by the way, going on around the marketing team being fired, the CEO being fired, or the CEO resigning. None of this stuff is true. And I actually don't think it helps the cause at all, because people will think, so stop sharing these fake stories, because yesterday or 2 days ago, there was a viral story about their marketing team getting fired. And then there's another viral story about their president and CEO stepping down. All that actually does is tells people that they've won the fight, and then they stop fighting. This is easily like one of the easiest fights that the sane-minded people on the planet could ever fight. Okay? It's literally just drink a different beer. That's it. Just don't drink Bud Light. It's not like Bud Light's the best thing you've ever tasted. There's a zillion other local breweries. And by the way, do a little bit of research before you run and post social media pictures about going on over to a different brand. Find brands that need customers, and don't feel like they can do this kind of stuff, because you had Marjorie Taylor Greene today get ruthlessly dunked on because all these people are out there. Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene. I would have bought the King of Beers, but it changed its gender to the Queen of Beers. So it's made to chill from here on out. Oops, Coors is actually super woke too. You can see the Coors community supports the LGBTQ community. Refreshingly proud, and all so all these people are posting this. So just usually add Coors to it. Now I think that there is a lot of moderate support for a boycott of Bud Light, but I think if you're going to go and say like, oh my God, they did, they posted something for Pride Month or something like that, you're going to be hard to find companies that don't do that. I think the Dylan Mulvaney thing is probably the biggest slap in the face, because it's just taking away jobs from women. You see, Coors Light with their digital registry built for the trans community. Vizzy Hard Seltzer. You've got Coors Refreshingly Proud. So, I mean, this is a miss. Again, throwing out Bud Light.
Okay, if you don't know why I'm doing this.
I guess he had already owned it. Okay, for me, if you already own it, you might as well drink it. But if you're going to dump it and you already own it, I guess that's fine. And I do think these videos get people's attention.
You might want to Google it. I never thought this was going to happen.
Cool garage. He's got a beverage cooler in there, by the way.
Out with the Bud Light, in with the Coors Light.
Oh, again, yeah. Be careful. Coors is also woke.
You might want to figure out if you want to do the same.
That's some lifted truck. Dang, this guy's got some money. A lifted truck. He's got a new Bronco.
Out with old, in with the new.
Now, I don't know if it's necessarily an own to say that Coors is woke, because you're still taking away from Bud. So you know what? If you like Coors and you want to drink that instead, and people are like, ha ha ha, they did a Pride Month thing, you're still not buying Bud Light. So you can just say, you know what? I don't care. I'm still not buying Bud Light. You can show all the pride stuff that Coors did. That's fine. I don't think the boycott is really about their support of the LGBTQ community, because Bud Light's done that for years. So it's a false equivalency. That's what you get a lot of the time on the internet. Like, oh, you switch to Coors, they're also support the LGBT. That's not what the boycott's about. The boycott's about Dylan Mulvaney and what Dylan Mulvaney represents, and that is that, the extreme misogyny, the cartoonish representation of women. So if you want to drink any other product that's also done a bunch of woke stuff in the past, I still think that's a W, because you're not drinking Bud Light. So keep it up. Pick a different beer. Like I said, they're really not that difficult to replace. And, I think what Dylan Mulvaney represents is far more sinister than any random pride parade thing like that. And so it's fine. You see, this Ed Krasenstein, which is one of the most annoying reply guys on Twitter, who I think also uses bots to boost his own posts, but that's just my assumption. Again, they're saying, oh, Miller Lite did a pride thing. That's not why people, don't let them gaslight you. If you want to go to Miller Lite, you want to go to Coors Light instead of Bud Light, you're still boycotting Bud Light. And this stuff is getting out onto Main Street. And don't forget, Bud Light stood behind partnership with Dylan Mulvaney despite backlash. So they doubled down. And now it's getting out to the streets. So keep it up. Keep sharing these videos. Get involved. Leave a comment. Leave a like. And if you haven't yet, please consider trying out my coffee company, coffeebrandcoffee.com. If nothing else, the link's in the description. Just come check out the reviews. 4,165 reviews. Average review score, 4.8. You have nearly 5,000 reviews here of people. You don't have to take my word for it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.